to attempt the most difficult question types and still getting a 90 out of 90 in PT speaking, better to skip the difficult words. Food contain harmful substances and you will hear a sentence. Practicing, practicing, practicing. It's more about implementing the questions the right way. Are you tired of practicing PT speaking and still not getting your desired band score? Then all you have to do is you have to watch the session till the end. Hello everybody, I'm Aditi from PTE Universe. There's so many students who are struggling in PT speaking module. They're preparing, they're practicing but still not getting the desired band score. In today's session, I'm going to make you understand how I trick the software. And trust me, it's very simple to pass PT speaking with a perfect 90. All you need to understand is how PT software works. I'm going to give you very easy tips and tricks for all 5 question types, and just implement these tips and tricks in your PT exam. You're going to get a perfect 90 for sure. Also guys, in today's session, I'm going to make you understand what are the mistakes you are doing while applying the tips and tricks, and maybe that's the reason you're scoring so low. So let's get started. Before I start the session, if you're new to the channel, do like, comment and subscribe our YouTube channel which says PT Universe. Also guys, you can find lots of informative content on our Instagram and our Facebook page. So do make sure you follow us. In case if you're struggling in PTE, you can contact us on the given number and book your slots with us. We are having group classes, one-to-one classes and special score improvement sessions available. So guys, in this session, I will be giving you the secret tips and tricks for all 5 topics, starting from read aloud, repeat sentences, describe image, read a lecture, and answer short question. Also guys, in this session, I will be helping you in understanding how to attempt the most difficult question types and still getting a 90 out of 19 PT speaking. Remember, with few errors also, you can get 90 in speaking. So let's get started with read aloud. Now see, read aloud is a very important question type, contributes a lot of marks to reading and speaking. Some read alouds will be super easy, some read alouds will be hard also. What happens with students mainly, they read a read aloud, but some of the words are really hard to speak. And they speak it with lots of hesitation and pauses, which lowers down their fluency ultimately. Now you see this read aloud, you have 40 seconds in preparation. What we recommend to our student, let's say you see a read aloud and you know that these words you will not be able to speak with, better to skip the difficult words. Yes, it's better to skip rather than to speak them with lots of hesitations or pauses. See this, read aloud. This is a difficult word. Now, this is also a difficult word. This is a difficult word. So you can just see in the read aloud, prepare a read aloud in the 40 seconds. European wildcats thought to be extinct 50 or so years in the Jura Mountains have since part of their former territory. This in an area occupied by domestic cats has gone hand in hand with genetic cross between the 2 species. A team of biologists modeled the interaction between these 2 species to predict that will entail the replacement of wildcats. So you just prepare the read aloud in the 40 seconds, skip the difficult words in preparation and also while speaking. But don't speak with pauses, with hesitations, because that will lower down the speaking score. Because again and again, I'm saying, remember, with few errors also, you can get 90 out of 90 in PT speaking. So let's see this read aloud and let's understand how to attempt it, how you can skip the words. European wildcats thought to be extinct 50 or so years ago in the Jura Mountains have since part of their former territory. This, in an area occupied by domestic cats, has gone hand in hand with genetic crosses between the 2 species. A team of biologists modeled the interaction between the 2 species to predict that will entail the genetic replacement of wild cats. Now see, when I skipped the difficult words, there was no pause. So most of the people, they do the skipping part, but they do it with lots of pauses. Let's say you're speaking like this, have since part of their former territory, this in an area. So this is not having the fluency. Remember, if you want to get full marks in speaking, you need to be fluent because fluency is the king parameter. So for a higher band score in PT speaking, focus on fluency, skip difficult words and read aloud. One more thing, guys, there's so many students who are not able to prepare the complete read aloud. And again, I've been talking about one-line strategy. Yes, you can use one-line strategy. If you think that you are not able to prepare the complete read aloud, do practice this strategy under the guidance of the trainer because this strategy doesn't work on any portal. But if you feel like, yes, you're not able to prepare the complete read alouds, better to go for one-line strategy because this strategy is easy to implement. Secondly, if you are not able to speak the complete read aloud and you do one line the correct way, you're still going to get good marks. All good. But again, I'm saying that for one line strategy, try to make sure you read any 8 to 12 words in the sequence at least with the correct fluency. So most of you should try to find out the words which are easy. Like you can pick any words 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put the cursor here and again prepare. In an area occupied by domestic cats has gone hand in hands with. Again and again. And when the blue bar opens, in an area occupied by domestic cats has gone hand in hand with. This is how you should speak. So read aloud. I've already given you two hicks. Either go with skipping the difficult words if you're reading the complete paragraph, or if you're not able to prepare the complete paragraph, go with one line strategy. Simple and sorted. Is this strategy works well, you should just use it the correct way. There's so many people who have already used the strategy of skipping the difficult words and even using one line strategy and are still getting 90 out of 90. Now, read aloud. Let me quickly summarize you. For getting a good band score, that is 90 out of 90, speak at a moderate pace, take slight pause at comma, full stop, or connector. Don't speak very fast. Most of you are speaking like a bullet train. Don't sing songs. Most of you are like, there is an interesting, like, don't sing songs also. Start speaking as soon as the microphone opens up. Be relaxed, be calm, be composed. This exam is super easy. And once you finish a question, press next. Don't keep on waiting. Fine. Now we'll talk about repeat sentences. How to do the repeat sentences. Guys, repeat sentence, the trick is very, very simple. Most of you, they hear a sentence, they try to speak everything, but not fluently. And there you lose marks. Now, when you try to speak each and everything, let's say the repeat sentence, I'm going to London, you come with me, and the others stay here at the zoo. Let's say this is the repeat sentence, and you're speaking, I'm going to the London, you come with me, and the others stay here at the zoo. So there is a lot of pauses, and these pauses are going to lower down your score. So remember, rather than speaking the complete content, you can still try to speak as much as you can, but with fluency. Again, I'm saying fluency is the king parameter, and remember, with few errors also, you can get 90 out of 90 in PTE speaking. So it's not about perfection, it's about how to attempt the question. Make sense? So try to speak as much as you can, but speak fluently. And let me tell you one more thing, guys. For repeat sentence, there are three king parameters: content, pronunciation, fluency. Content has 3 marks. Pronunciation and fluency have 5 plus 5. That is 10 marks. So you have to make sure whatever you speak, you try to speak it fluently. And let's say if you have just remembered half of the sentence, let's say I'm saying ki food contains harmful substances which can decrease the metabolism of a person. So please make sure while eating the food, you see the ingredients of the food. This is such a big repeat sentence. Will not be able to speak such a complete repeat sentence. So what you can do, you can repeat half of it or as much as you can, and you can add a filler sentence. Food contain harmful substances, and you will hear a sentence rather than food contain harmful substances and obesity and check the substances. So don't do that. Try to speak as much as you can, but try to speak fluently. Also, guys, one more thing I'll tell you, that in the repeat sentences, most of you are focusing on just repeating content. Let me tell you, fluency is the king parameter. So you should not only focus on content, you should also focus on how to speak it clearly, fluently. That is very, very important. And don't speak it again like a bullet train. Like, if you want to come with me, you come with me and the others stay here. You have to speak it clearly also. If you want to come with me, you come with me and the others stay here. The software should understand. If you remember 2-3 words, you can either speak like this. The repeat sentence was about you come with me and others, and add a filler sentence and you will hear a sentence. So the focus is on speaking fluently, clearly, and without hesitations and pauses, and you're done. I have just added a button, one of my video on I button on repeat sentences, 5 to 6 word hack. So in case if you're struggling in repeat sentences, you will just see a video on I button. Do watch that video. Okay, next we'll be talking about quickly about describe image. Guys, describe image, the trick is very simple. Content is not important, so don't run behind content. Focus on fluency. Again, I'm saying most of you, what they are trying to do is they're trying to summarize each and every information from the picture, which in turn is lowering down their fluency. Because when you try to speak each and everything, your mind is constantly under the pressure of including each and every content, trying to describe all the trends from the picture, which is not possible and is not required. So if it is not required, let's not do it. Let's keep it very simple. This exam is very simple. So please make sure you should only focus on speaking what you can speak fluently. If you don't know the pronunciation of a word, Birmingham, transportation used in city, skip. Don't speak the words which are difficult to pronounce. You can repeat the words again and again. Even in this task, guys, you can repeat the upper line. Like look at the image below, you will have to speak for 25 seconds. So whatever is given at the top, you can speak that line also. How will I recommend you to attempt this picture is to speak fluently for at least 20 to 25 seconds. There is an interesting and beautiful picture in front of me. Let me take a closer look. By looking closely, I can see it's a pie chart. There is a heading at the top of the picture, transportation used in city. There are beautiful colors in the picture such as red, green, and yellow. There are some numbers in the pictures like 38, 19, 11, 30. I can also see that there are some words in the picture like car, train, bus, taxi. There are various elements in the picture. Overall, it's an informative picture. That's it. You do not need to speak buses having the maximum data, which is 38.9% followed by train. You can speak it, but if you speak this with pauses, you will score low compared to the way I spoke earlier. So here, fluency is not important. Fluency is very, very important. Content is not important. Don't worry about grammar. So what we recommend students is that focus on fluency. Let me tell you, there's so many students, Tina, Heather, Mani, Anubhav, Pancham, who have got much more than their desired band score. These are just few of them I'm showing on the screen. Many other students have got their desired band score with very less preparation, but with very precise way of preparation. So it's not about practicing, practicing, practicing. It's more about implementing the questions the right way. You need to understand how software works and how you can trick the software. That's it. So next I'll be talking about is retail lecture. So before that, let's quickly recap what we learned about the describe image. So speak words you're sure about. No, do not speak the words which you are not sure of. Speak around 25 seconds. Content is not important, so focus on pronunciation and fluency. Don't explain each and everything because it's not required. Next, moving on to the next task, that is retail lecture. Now, guys, talking about the retail lecture, so many people are so much confused. They're practicing on so many apps, still not getting their desired scores and still practicing. First of all, this much practice is not required. If you're practicing too much, maybe you're not practicing the right. Retail lecture is very simple. You will hear a lecture, you will have to repeat the lecture. Ideally, it's not possible to repeat the lecture because the lecture plays for 60 to 90 seconds. However, you just get 40 seconds to speak. And to be honest, you do not need to speak for entire 40 seconds. We recommend you to speak for 25 to 30 seconds, but again, with fluency. Now, in this task, guys, most of the people keep on asking me, should we repeat the complete lines or should we add keywords? From my point of view, add keywords because repeating lines is, first of all, really hard, time taking, and you tend to make mistakes because when you try to repeat the lines, you think of the grammar. And the moment you get to know you have just done some grammar mistakes, you try to recorrect it, you lose marks. Grammar is not of any importance over here. If you see the marking criteria, 5 fluency, 5 pronunciation, 5 content, that is no marks for grammar. So try to use simple template, a template which should have space for keywords, a template which will help you in increasing your fluency, and a template which will help you in speaking for at least 25 seconds. That's it. You can follow any template, try to include relevant keywords. In case if you write some keywords but you are not sure of the pronunciation, skip difficult words, don't speak, rather speak words which you know how to speak. Also, in case of short audios, what we recommend our students is to repeat the keywords. Let's say I end up writing just 8 keywords. So, and I feel my time is not still covered. I'll repeat those keywords again and again in order to fulfill the time. Guys, in complete speaking, confidence is the key to success. If you are confident, you're going to rock it. So don't worry. You will tend to make mistake. Everybody makes mistake. I have made lots of mistakes in my PT exam. Every student who has got 90 is making mistakes. Nobody is perfect, but they're still getting a 90 out of 90. And that's what you need. All good. So let's quickly revise. So for PT retail lecture, what I told you, note down the keywords you find easy, write clearly, don't write complete rhymes, repeat keywords, speak around 25 to 30 seconds, and don't worry about grammatical mistakes because grammar is of no use. Last but not the least is answer short questions. Well, this is one task which is having very less importance. You do not need to prepare for it. And just one day before, go for the prediction file. That's it. If let's say you encounter a question, you don't know the answer, then what to do? Don't leave any question unanswered. What do we call the sport of riding on waves while standing on a narrow board? Let's say I don't know the answer. I can repeat the keywords from the question. Sport of riding, waves, standing, narrow board, anything. If you know the answer, speak the answer, surfing, press next. But this question type is not important. So we don't recommend you to prepare for it. No need to prepare for it on a regular basis. Just one day before the exam, go for prediction file. That's it. No need to put extra efforts. Put efforts in the right way on the questions which are carrying importance rather than putting the efforts on the questions which are not carrying importance. Just don't be nervous while giving your answer. And that's it. You are all done and sorted. So guys, these were some of the tips which I have shared with you. Now, before I end the session, let me tell you guys, speaking is not at all hard. Lots of people who enroll with us few days before the exam still pass PT exam very easily because of the expert's guidance. Now, when you prepare for any exam, the guidance of an expert can make a huge difference because we at PT Universe are having expertise of these exams. We know what works in exam and how in less time we can help you in preparing for the exam. I've seen so many students taking PT exam again and again. Reason being, they are not sure about what they are doing in the exam. They're doing lots of things, lots of experiments which are not required to be done. So you as a student do not need to do any experiment. If people can get 90 out of 90, so can you. So try to make sure you are very clear how to attempt the question. That's what is required. In case if you want to join our online training program, we are going to cover lots of things in our classes. We have strategy classes, we have grammar classes, we have practice sessions. We also provide you the portal section, mock test, full length mock test. And we at PD Universe believe that first attempt is last attempt. So your first attempt will be the last attempt. In case you're struggling, contact us on the given number. And if you like the video, please do press the like button. Share it with your friends who are still struggling in PTE speaking, so that everybody who's preparing for PT speaking prepare it the right way. Also in the comment section, do let me know what should be the topic of next video. I'll catch you out in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself and all the best to all the students.